Aries loves to be the alpha, so naturally, the idea of someone challenging their authority or their abilities greatly distresses anyone born under this sign. Aries fears being wrong more than anything, or being told what to do if what they are told is incorrect or inconsistent with what Aries knows to be right. This is a black and white sign with a low tolerance for ambiguity. Aries are very clear and concise, like a general leading his troops into battle. If they are made to second-guess themselves, their whole sense of confidence and power could fall apart. But in this world, no one is ever right 100% of the time. So Aries will have to learn to understand this and to make adjustments within themselves. This fear becomes a gift if Aries can use it to learn that being right isn't always what is most important. Taurus is very adept at handling finances, so when something unexpected befalls this sign, like the loss of a job or car troubles, it makes them very uneasy. Taurus fears poverty, or the inability to pursue their life's goals and dreams. For Taurus, the dream of what they hope to become is critical to their happiness. They have to believe that dreams can come true, no matter how old they are. While other signs might be better at taking risks, Taurus prefers walking on stable ground. They may be too afraid to put themselves out on a limb in order to achieve their dreams or greater financial success. But if they learn to trust their intuition, these fears will not be as debilitating. The worst thing for a Gemini is to get stuck in a rut or a monotonous routine. If life slows down, they begin to feel trapped. Gemini fears silence and stagnation. This is a sign that likes to stay moving, keep learning, and expand into new experiences in life as proof that they are growing, evolving, and achieving. When a Gemini gets stuck in life's doldrums, they begin to feel antsy and desperate, like they're doing something wrong. But life isn't always on the fast track. That's just a fact that Gemini has to learn to accept. This fear becomes a gift if Gemini can see that reflection is sacred, and that times of stagnation and reflection actually lead to deeper and more meaningful growth down the road. Even the most independent of Cancers has the deep need to be surrounded by people. Cancers will go out of their way to make sure their calendar is filled with visits with friends and family. And that's not just because they like to socialize, it's because they don't want to meet their worst fear. Cancer fears being alone. For Cancer, partnership, love, marriage, and family are sacred above all things, so Cancer worries that they will end up without these connections. For Cancer, the thought of not succeeding in their personal relationships or not having a close-knit network is unacceptable. While there's nothing wrong with having a wealth of family and friends that love you and spend time with you, it would behoove a Cancer to take time to themselves now and again. The only way to get over a fear is to get better acquainted with it. Cancers have to learn that they are not void of love if no one else is around. It comes from within. Leo loves the spotlight, which also means that Leo loves praise. If a Leo doesn't get the attention or the approval they want, it could send them spiraling. This sign's worst fears are to underperform and to let people, including themselves, down. Their personal identity, including their confidence level, tends to be located entirely outside themselves. They take in other people's opinions as their own. But this can be a valuable lesson for Leo. If Leo can recognize that they don't need others to validate what they know or can do, they will thrive. Their power really emanates from within, like the energy of their ruling planet, the Sun. Virgo is a perfectionist in all aspects of life, including relationships and work. The worst feeling for a Virgo is feeling like they've failed or aren't good enough. Rejection really hits this sign hard. Virgo fears being unneeded or being unable to serve in some capacity critical to the success of others. After all, Virgo is here to lead a life of service and gains much of their self-esteem from their acts of service and devotion to others. If a Virgo isn't living up to their own personal expectations of themselves, they can easily succumb to anxiety and depression. Virgos define themselves based on what they've accomplished, but that's not always healthy. This fear becomes a gift if Virgo can see that it's more important to be than it is to do in life. This recognition frees Virgo to focus more on inner development than external achievements.